Hello. I'm gonna do that thing that... So, obviously I have a VOD channel where I upload all of my VODs, and the best part, I imagine, of the VOD channel experience is the fact that I always dry start my streams completely by myself. And... Wait, actually let me... Okay, yeah, it does show that I'm live. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I always dry start my streams, just out of nowhere. Which means that I have to talk to myself for like 10 minutes before people start coming in, so... I haven't streamed in 350 days. Hey Alex, it has been a long time. It's been like 350 days. I said I was going to come back to streaming. Hey Spoofy, I said I was going to come back to streaming on the 19th of September. I didn't specify which 19th of September that was going to be, but you could say that I'm 14 days early to come back. But here I am. Hey Sam. Hey Flamethrower, damn. The return! Hey Neo. I've been wanting to come back for ages.
Nightmares exist
Flames.
outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in exploration.
Sephiroth, thank you so much for the sub. It's good to be back.
Majestic.
Exactly,
In a horror
Spoofy.
story, the victim keeps
What's new with
asking
you?
why.
I
But there
don't
could
even
be
know where
no
to begin.
explanation, and there shouldn't be
I
one.
went away for a
The
year.
unanswered mystery
I
is what
really
stays
needed
with
a
us the
rest.
longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end.
I really, really
My
needed a
name is
rest.
Alan Wake.
I
I'm a writer.
streamed my shit out all the way through COVID. I did like 3,000 hours of streaming. And by the time I stopped last year,
I've always had a vivid
I was really
imagination.
tired, and I
But
was
this
really,
dream
I was
unsettled.
just grumpy. I
wild
was
and dark
wound up.
and
I was
weird,
bored.
even by my standards.
I was in a bad
yes,
mood. I dreaded it,
began with the
and then
dream.
I was like, you know what? I'll take a year off, and then I'll miss it, and I did miss it, so I
Following
came
a
back.
typical nightmare pattern,
But Jack,
I
thank you for
was
the sub.
desperate
Hey
to
Chance,
find
how you
a
doing?
destination.
I have to
For some
remember
urgent
how
reason,
to
I couldn't
see
remember.
chat.
I've been driving too fast
Let
down
me-
a coastal road to get there.
Let me remember how to see,
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late.
Is it in dogs? Yes. Okay. Yes! Okay, I've figured it out.
He was dead. I was
Zebra!
convinced they'd put me in
How you
jail
doing?
and I would never see Alice
I'm glad you
again.
got your rest. Oh, same. Oh, same. You do, Chugs. Get drawing. The drawing minds never stop. Exactly, Flames. I feel like if you hate something, walk away from it until you
Suddenly,
like it
his
again,
body was gone.
and then, just see how you feel.
I was in shock from the crash. I could
Definitely,
hardly
definitely,
stand on my
Flamethrower.
feet.
I think I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna go for like 3 hours. I'm gonna see how I feel, and then oh, have a nice time at the gym, dear. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 hours, and then I'll do streams on like an ad hoc basis, rather than reverse your control so I can go up and down. No. I get the burnout. I got burned out on writing. I met someone probably not long after you disappeared. We started dating. We got... Oh my god! Congratulations. Did you bond over your mutual love of the darkness? Gosh, it's weird to be back.
I had to go to the
I gotta
lighthouse.
remember not to do
I
anything
knew there was
weird on
something
camera.
important waiting
Just
for
gonna
me
pick
there.
my nose and forget. Right, yeah, let's focus on the game. So I played Alan Wake back on the Xbox 360. I don't have my old Xbox 360 game anymore. I don't know where it is. I definitely didn't give it to my brother because I thought he'd hate us. So, lost. Yeah, let me know if the in-game noise is too loud as well. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, thanks for the sub, sir.
Oh, majestic.
Just gotta remember how to do this. First impressions, this game is like, the controls feel very floaty. he's weird on the right side of the screen, you know? He shouldn't be there. Rotating the camera on an axis on a man that's sprinting on the right side of my screen is fucking weird. Well done. Come on then. Come on then. Oh yeah. With a cinematic moment.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story.
Oh yeah, over the left shoulder. Hopefully, I guess it doesn't do that thing where you can swap. We went for a few dates, went to Cardiff! Made it official not long after. Oh, amazing! First of all, how do you like Cardiff? I haven't been to Cardiff in ages. I went to Swansea maybe a couple years ago, and there's a Denny's in Swansea, and I had delicious pancakes, and the portion sizes were massive, and it was amazing. Although the drive between Cardiff and Swansea is the most boring road in the UK. I was driving, and it's a busy road, and I was so bored. I don't know how to describe a road that's boring, but it was the most boring experience of my life, that road. Stopped halfway through the first level and stopped for some reason. I got halfway through the first level and stopped for some reason. You're probably distracted by something better. I'm only kidding, to be fair. I think this game is pretty good, but cheap shots are cheap. Hey, Eric. Good, thank you. How are you? This game is like an ode to Stephen King, if I could put it into a brief description. You want to go to Cardiff one day? Cardiff is nice. Wales is like a corner of England that London prices haven't gotten to yet. So stuff, at least the last time I was there, stuff costs reasonable amounts of money. And that is already putting it at a 10 out of 10 for me. Twink Peaks. We live in Newport! Oh damn! I've been to Caerphilly. Oh, she lives in Caerphilly. Hey, nice. That Roger Stone Tesco Extra, my favourite one. Sorry, I'm so busy catching up with you guys that I am not paying attention to it. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing anything here anyway. Went to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'd love to go back to America. I really like America.
You just rolled a spare.
You just rolled a spare. Oh, hey, Carissa. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. This isn't good, because I... Oh, okay, thank God. I think so, Eric. I played the original on 360. I cannot remember how it played. Only that I was confused. Come visit Univerica. Are you still doing your camping trip? Caitlin! I've missed you. Enjoy grocery shopping.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this.
I'm gonna put subtitles on because obviously I haven't seen you guys in ages. It means that I'm not gonna be paying attention to this very much. I hope that you can understand. That is way too big. Jesus Christ, how big can it get? Oh, that's not as extreme as the thing implied it was going to be. Yummy! How you doing? PAX East. Never eat. Boston is in... Maine?
Do you understand?
No.
Massachusetts. Sorry. So it's an M1, isn't it? BurtCon. Both your birthstones and names are engraved. What's your birthstone? I think mine's Onyx. I'm Capricorn. And Onyx is also the name of a Pokemon, therefore it is an elite birthstone. Meet, come to America. I miss America. If I... 1 minute, I gotta... Ow, I gotta dodge this. Never mind. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is one of those where pressing X doesn't jump. Pick up. Oh, I can just keep going. Okay. And then the flashlight is here. God, you guys are gonna remember how much you loved watching me stream before. Okay, and then...
Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy.
Okay, okay, okay.
The gun.
Take the gun. Oh, so I don't have to aim. Well, that's... fair enough. Wait, where did you move, Caitlin?
Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give
Garnet and Amethyst. Cute. PAX Unplugged in Philly. I would love to go to Philadelphia. I heard it's pretty sunny there.
The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Edinburgh! Oh, amazing. I was looking at a job in Edinburgh, but I was like, it's too far. My parents got really annoyed at me when I moved down to like, Bristol, because it's like a 3-hour drive. If I moved to Edinburgh, I think my mum would misery me. Oh, don't worry about it, Zebra. I don't know anything about UK geography either. Sponsored by Duracell. Well, to be fair, these batteries don't last at all, so... There we go. She's so bitter about it, yeah, I bet. Seeing you is like... Woo! Seeing you, it's probably like a whole weekend trip, right? I was talking to my friend who lives in Cambridge. I was like, every time you come and visit me, it must feel like going on holiday, going away. And hey, boys. Where you been? I just needed a short break, so I left for a year, came back. Pretty tense. Hey, discovered your YouTube a couple months ago. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you like my videos. I have another one on the way, probably mid-September. I didn't realize that my 13 Reasons Why video came out 25 days ago. I was like, oh, it's only been like 2 weeks. You know, I like to do one every like 2 or 3 weeks. No. Alice! I am actually streaming, yeah. I really missed it, so I thought I'd come back. Thanks! House Tarkov. Oh. Reload. Pred! It's Preddy Bear!
Oh, majestic!
It's sort of pretty tense. You haven't played Tarkov in 2 years? That's not true. Well, that doesn't look good. You applied for a crew trainer at work? Didn't get it because you weren't super confident in the kitchen. Well, that's a shame, but at least confidence is something that you can fix. Oh, well, I hope they enjoyed the Silence of the Lambs video. That video got some pretty interesting responses. Hey, Will! Long time no see, yeah. You know, I caught up with, our mate, Valen. I caught up with Valen the other week. And I say the other week, I mean, it was like 3 months ago. But I'm glad to see he's doing well as well. How are you doing? You were, Caitlin. This is completely you. Oh, the Martha! My next video is on Town of Light, which is the game that came out from LK Studios before Martha is Dead. And my video is all about, like... Oh, hug! Thank you, Yowie. My video is going to be all about what they started with and what they turned into as a developer. I missed you too, Moissanite. Have you played Control? I haven't. I get that recommended to me so often. I get it recommended to me so much. But
majestic!
We're here.
Oh, I can't hear my automated voice. She's not saying it. Sorry, I'll have to fix that before the next stream. See you soon, Alex. You have a lovely time. Rogue! Hey, I will hydrate. I've got my old bubbly water because it's just been sat on my desk all morning. Tepid. Well, thank you, Eric. Well, I shall have to make more to keep you hooked. Oh, Pumpkin Jack is so sweet. It's like, I think it was made by one guy, and for a game made by one person, it is so impressive. It's a little bit janky, and I feel like it's a little bit limited visually. It feels like there's something missing, but beyond that, it's really good. Go stand next to the old gentleman. I'm sure he'd love to be part of the scenery. Thank you, Rogue. It's good to see you too. Long time no speak. DLC. I saw DLC outfits, but I didn't know there was a DLC.
You just rolled a spare.
You just rolled a spear.
Spare
Spear me an inch of that fat fucking cock. God, I missed that. Hey Ryan, thank you very much for the follow. And thanks for the sub. I watched Spiral a couple months ago. It is different. Is anybody going to watch Saw 10? Yeah, this is the way that I'm going to force myself to play this month's video game for Video Game Club. And I'm going to walk into Video Game Club and I'm going to go, I don't know what I thought of it because I wasn't watching. Yeah, I'm a very particular kind of streamer. Just doesn't go in. Except when we get really sweaty with stuff.
Very nice.
Jiggy, hey!
I got a couple of really good ones.
Hell yeah. I'm excited to see Saw 10.
That's cute.
I'm excited to see Saw 10. The poster I initially thought was a joke because it's got like the toilet paper tubes coming out of the eyes in a cross. I was like, that's a joke, right? Apparently it is the poster. And when the more I thought about it, the more I was like, actually that looks like a disgustingly horrible Saw trap, but I thought it was a joke. It looked so silly. Too busy chatting with a bunch of lowlifes and my friend Yami.
We're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if
Oh, Tobin Bell. They're gonna have to do a weekend at Bernie's thing with him eventually.
Majestic.
Oh, thank you for the sub, Alice. I appreciate it.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is
I love your
always
jacket.
turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Right, let's get invested in the game.
Barry. He says hi to you too.
So this is definitely probably just somewhere in Maine because this is a Stephen King. The L. Jenkins Mill. That'll be where the clown is. Paint jobs. Heard they're very hard to clean up. That deer will come alive.
Come on, Slowpoke.
Hey Ryan.
You get the full service here.
Always thought Saw would have been good as a series, even after the first or second movie. Yeah, the issue with Saw is that they underestimated the movie's, like,
Yeah, sounds like
lovability.
bastard for
So obviously they made the first one. Love the first one. Then they made the second one. Not that big on the second one. Then they made the third one. They killed Tobin Bell. Oh, spoilers. They made the third one, and then after that, all of them had to be because they were like, oh no, he's our favorite character, and they just couldn't find anybody to. Which car is ours? Get back to the car. Okay, there we go. Couldn't find anybody to replace him, so they had to do it all in that little window.
To get the cabin key from the landlord. A Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
Yeah, I wonder who Jigsaw's new apprentice is going to be. And are we back for good?
15 minutes?
I don't know. I won't be able to do daily like I used to, but I think I'll aim for maybe like once a week.
I love him.
Delinquent Potato, hey, is this Potato? Potatoes? The timeline in Saw is intensely ludicrous, which adds to its charm.
Still places like this.
What's the easiest way to get 500,000 streamer point things?
Welcome to the ODR.
I don't know, it used to be really easy to get streaming points, and then I remember they nerfed it. And I didn't account for that inflation.
People say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear
I am a spoiler machine for decade-old films. It might be closer to 20 years old now.
Stucky.
Carl?
20 years old? Yeah.
Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the
I don't know who was like, you know, it'd be really funny if we just kill him.
I can't
But, they were probably fired.
books. I got the cutout from the bookstore.
The egregious Cadillac, Brandy.
And you keep it here.
Oh, look, it's me.
Okay.
That is exactly how I look.
Right. So much for a quiet vacation.
Hey, Potatoes.
Try the coffee. Just don't blame me when you fall in love.
Yeah, I wonder how they'll tell the story as well.
To leave.
Stay here is no longer human.
Hopefully, grotesquely camp. Oh, this is related to a trophy, Coconut number 6 in the jukebox.
Number 6 in the jukebox.
Thank you, Birch. It's good to be back.
Myself, but both of my legs,
A channel VIP.
bad circulation.
So we have to play the jukebox again in chapter 6, and then we'll have a trophy.
You disgust me. Call yourself a rocker.
Photoshop is canon. Yeah, he's got Facetune.
Get stuck. Yeah, you need
I've picked up a collectible. Oh yeah, there are like 100 collectibles in this 6-hour game, so we got a lot to do because we have to find all of them as well.
you put
My camera's focusing funny. Whoop.
them both up. Just because we're brothers.
Just ignore it. It'll probably be really annoying, but just do your best. Okay, the next missable trophy thing we have to do isn't until episode 4.
That's my favorite tune.
It's good to see you, Potatoes. You have a lovely afternoon. Let's go find Coral.
in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I didn't want to wait. I wanted
Yeah,
to find something
I
to
guess
get the
what I'll
community
do,
out as
because
soon as possible.
sometimes if there's only like 6 collectibles in a game, I'll just use a guide while I play on stream. But when there's like 100, I can't because I'll just be
Mr. Stucky?
watching it the whole time. When we tried to do Bioshock on stream, I spent like the whole first 8 hours with my face in my laptop. It was not good.
But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Oh, I've heard about cobwebs.
I wish you a good stay.
It looks really creepy.
To check how you're
Let me let me put that in my
meet your wife.
group chat actually.
I insist.
Thanks.
I did it in the wrong chat. Never mind. See you soon, Jiggy. We do, exactly, Betjack. We have to get the trophies. The thing is, people who don't get it, to the point of like saying something about it, are never gonna get it.
You can hurt yourself.
I sometimes get comments on my YouTube and it's like, why are you complaining about getting the trophies? You don't have to get them. And I'm like, I know. I know.
The Andersons, they're
Doesn't matter.
local musicians. We're waiting for Dr.
The Andersons are local musicians.
They wanted all
I'm
of us
paying
to
attention.
visit the Cauldron Lake.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
I haven't seen Twin Peaks. I wonder if I would like it.
Mission accomplished. The key?
Yeah, there's 3 missable trophies, but there's also chapter select. So 2 of them are missable, but they're in episode 4, and you literally get them in episode 4. So I don't know if I'd count that as missable. And then the other one, you do 1 in episode 1, and 1 part in episode 1, and 1 part in episode 5. Yeah, you don't have to get the trophies. You just have to get the trophies. Half of the fun of trophy hunting is complaining about getting the trophies. Thing is, getting collectibles and stuff when you're playing it off stream, super chill, super easy, lovely. When you're playing it on stream, worst kind of trophy there is. Best kind of trophies when you're playing on stream are speedrun trophies, difficulty trophies.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head
Yeah,
in
that's it.
sand.
What difficulty we're playing this on? We're going to do our first playthrough on easy, just so that I can get back into the groove of streaming, talk to you guys, and grab the collectibles I can. And then we'll do a nightmare run. Yeah. You know, if anything, we're just rinsing the game clean even more, and enjoying everything that we're supposed to enjoy. Thanks for the awkward thumbs up, Ryan. What have you been playing it on? I take it, Nightmare. Also, let me know if any of the audio volume is off, if anything is weird, because I think OBS has updated a few times and it seems fucked. I had to fix a bunch of things before I started back up again.
It's gorgeous out.
Right, let's have a look around. There's probably...
Don't worry, honey.
Is this a
I'll
Ring
set the sound
reference?
before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
God, this camera is just swinging around. This camera is like...
The fear of darkness.
This camera feels like giving a drunk friend a fireman's lift. That thing you love. Yoo-hoo! How you doing? Exactly. I think the best trophy lists are the ones that the developers have made wanting you to get the most out of the game. So they're like, you'd get the most out of the game if you played on this difficulty, you'd get the most out of the game if you tried to do it fast, you get the most out of the game if you did these things these certain ways. The bad ones are the ones that have obviously been put together by, like, some random team member. And it's like, finish the game, finish chapter 1, finish chapter 2. There are lines to be drawn. That there's pages and stuff only available in Nightmare. I saw that as well, which is a relief. And also, it's a good incentive to play Nightmare, but I suppose you have to play Nightmare anyway. Dutch. Smooth is telling me about his time with Assassin's Creed. He almost finished the 100% and his save wiped, which is apparently enough of a common bug with that game that there are threads online about how annoying it is. So, sorry, RIP. Oh, Outlast has a really good trophy list. Unfortunately, that game awakens a dragon within me, and that dragon is called high blood pressure, so I can't play it. Armored Core... Oh, how was Armored Core 6? I saw you playing it, like, over the weekend. Yeah, like, when they care about the trophies, it makes it, like, a really engaging, rewarding trophy list to get. You know, I respect a developer that cares enough. Dead God is a game. Isaac. Yeah, trophies that encourage mastery, I would say, are the best ones. You know, trophies that want you to become really good at a game are good. And trophies that encourage you to see the full breadth. Like Skyrim's got a good trophy list, I think. Makes you do everything at least once without being, like, stupid grindy. Except the level trophy is pretty hard. Not hard, pretty boring, but you can just bum around and do that on... do that with the glitches they've quite graciously left in for the sake of it. Yeah, Batjack. Outlast 2's huge. Like, that's a really good one to have. 2.5 hours or something. That's an intense 100%. That's a huge well done. Oh, that is not a collectible.
An old generator had been connected to the power.
Well, I was only here looking for collectibles, so... Let's see. Oh! Nice. 45 hours for every trophy. That's not too bad. Were you going strictly for the trophies, or were you just having a good time with it? The Outlast games are really good. Really good. I think that they are the ideal games to be, like, perfected. Because the thing is, with a replay of Outlast, it's pretty scripted, you know, everything is exactly the same with Outlast. Every time you play it, you get exactly what you paid for. Which means that, obviously, it can lose a lot of its fear factor. You know, the value of replays drops. But when they add things like trophies for finishing it on insane mode and finishing it on this and that and speedrunning it and stuff, doing it without batteries, it adds something to it, you know. Yeah, 4 hours of gaming where it can... I think Outlast 2, yeah. For me, Outlast Whistleblower took me 90 minutes on the insane mode run. And when I was practicing it on Nightmare, I got killed in the final room. Which, I mean, I was glad that it was Nightmare, but I would have sobbed. Yeah, there's Outlast Trials? And is that Outlast the bunker, or is that Amnesia the bunker? Yeah, is Outlast still over here? I don't think so. Oh wait, there's a mini-map on the top left. Amnesia, yeah. The only time I had to go up my way for it was getting all the parts. Ah, yeah, the classic collectibles. That's not too bad. Yeah, Amnesia the Bunker, Outlast Trials, that's it. Apparently Amnesia the Bunker is really scary.
Alice?
Alice?
A shoebox filled with books by
A
Thomas
shoebox
Zane
filled
sat on
with
the shelf.
books by Thomas
I'd
Zane
never
sat on
heard
the
of it
shelf.
before.
How did they end? I'm just doing collectible combing.
The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
Okay, well, I mean, I was looking for collectibles, but... Angry Housewives, hey! Oh yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's been a full year. Outlast 2 is your rarest play, yeah. I bet it is. I was frustrated that Outlast 1 didn't have a platinum trophy for all the time I put into it. That game could have killed me. Would you play Amnesia the Bunker? I might. I plan to do the Amnesia collection at some point, so I guess I'd lump it in there.
Take a look.
And Justine, apparently that one was fine. My sexy wife.
Surprise!
Oh cool, she got me a...
I guess I have a small confession.
I remember this scene. So
Right here that-
she gets him a typewriter when they go on holiday so that he can write books.
Everyone
Hey, just
I'm like, I thought this was supposed to be... This is my holiday too.
I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists.
So
Maybe-
now you want to get me committed?
You want to get me
It's
committed?
not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Why did she shout to me as though I was not there?
God damn it. I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark.
It's a good thing the hard mode trophy isn't needed for the plat. Oh, because that's, is that DLC then? Yeah, the Amnesia, apparently the get all tinderboxes trophy is really annoying. Which I can completely appreciate. Is it too personal to ask your tea brand? I don't like tea at all. I'm an awful English woman. I love iced coffee, but I don't like tea. Although I did once have a cocktail, a mocktail that had hibiscus in it, which is apparently tea. And that was gorgeous. So I would say my closest thing to a tea would be hibiscus. Oh, thank you, Flames. Yeah, it's been really intense.
It's all right.
Oh. Okay.
What the hell?
Coffee's delicious. Yeah, where is she? Oh, she's inside? Okay.
Alice?
I do drink instant coffee. I make my coffee at home, so what I do is I fill a cup with ice cubes, I fill the cup with oat milk, and then I make a shot of coffee with a tiny bit of water and instant coffee and I pour it on top. And you know what? It's delicious. You've only just started drinking Monster Energy cans. Embrace it.
Keep going,
Alice?
A coffee machine. I considered a coffee machine before. Maybe one day. I at least have the super smooth coffee, so it's like, it's not granules, it's like powder.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from.
Oh, I love iced coffees as well. Like, I'm so basic for it.
I couldn't remember.
And the Costa near me, they all know my order now. So I go in and they're like,
What happened to Alice?
is that your regular? Is that your usual? Hey, graphically. Hello.
I'd have to
How
find
you
help
doing?
on foot.
I know, I keep saying Alice, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm talking to Alice. You can be Alice 1.
Among Alice's things was a book.
The Creator's Dilemma.
By a Dr. Emil Hartman.
Gladiator. Hey.
Reading the book brought back my fight with Alice.
Oh, Mango
I
Loco.
didn't like it.
Oh, I was thinking of something else. I was thinking Coco Loco. I have a smoothie called Coco Loco. I don't know which way to go. Actually, you know what? I now know which way to go. It's 35 quid for a coffee machine?
Gas
Jesus.
station was my best bet.
Did it fall off
We
the
had
back of a
farm
lorry?
views. It looked like a long hike
The
through
Mert.
forest to get there.
Yeah, I love iced coffee even in the winter as well. I was mad on black coffee for a while. Before then it was white chocolate lattes, which is just a white mocha. I don't know why. I just thought of white chocolate latte, please. What are you playing? We're playing Alan Wake. Have you played the Dead Space remake? I haven't. Oh, hey, Brevi. How you doing? Long time no speak. No, I haven't played the Dead Space remake yet. I remember I asked for a copy of Callisto Protocol. But this is what I do. I'll request, like, a key to play something. And then I just don't play it. So I remember I got a key to play was it Forspoken or something? And I was, oh, sweet, thanks. Never. I think I put the key in, so I think I have the game, but never even downloaded it.
The next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author.
Mm.
I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the
Nice
same
coffee
days,
does slap.
The hero was attacked by an axe murderer in
The
the
hero
woods
is
of
attacked by an axe murderer. I see, I am paying attention. So my name is Alan. My wife is called Alice. I am in the woods. I am a writer. I can hear my cat purring. Yeah, she's making biscuits over there. What else? I am here, and then things have begun to happen. I am an author pursued by an ambiguous shadow. Yeah, I hear I dodged a bullet on that too. The thing is, I mean, as you could probably tell, I find it much easier to talk about stuff that I don't like than stuff that I do like. Because when I like stuff, I'm just like, this is good. That's not a video. Cliptic, hey! How you doing? Thank you, Flames, but it's definitely on me. I shouldn't be requesting keys to play things that I'm not going to play.
The lights up ahead were a good
I am
sign.
Alan.
Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Big Lurks. Well, I hope you have a good time at work. Well, I really like that about you, to be honest, Pat Jack. You balance the positive and the negative. I find it easier to critique, and it means that sometimes my critiques can become contradictory if I try and find something to critique that I wouldn't critique in different circumstances.
Anybody there?
Anybody there?
I've been in an accident.
This is now a podcast. I wish I had a podcast mic. I've ordered one. I finally have had enough complaints about my audio on YouTube that... the thing is, I say enough complaints, I had one this week. And I was like, right, that's it. I'm going to reinvest. Because what I do when I record my... When I record, like, just the spoken audio, I get under a desk, put a blanket over the desk, and do it that way. But when I'm recording my video audio, I obviously just do it in my chair. And it just means that there's, like, a really jarring disconnect for some people. Carl Stuckey? Yeah, one complaint is too many. We strive for perfection here. Where is he? Oh, I don't have my lamp. Where's he gone? Is that him? No, that is a bush. Namas, hey! I could dub over my video. He's just screaming about premium cavids. Ooh, a collectee. Banana! Hello. Yeah, Eric, I think it goes back to that old no feedback is good feedback kind of thing. Like, if somebody doesn't comment on something, it's usually because they like it. But I think it also makes things a little bit too... For me, I feel a bit too critical sometimes. Hey, Ernie! How you doing? The change in audio is your hint to appreciate the effort I've gone to with my eye makeup. It has been 84 years. Oh, I don't know what that was for, but I'll take it. Yeah, it has been a while. How you been?
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking
So,
on the door with his axe like Nicholson
God.
was shining.
Does this game's throat hurt? Like, I like Stephen King. Oh my god. What's I gonna say? Oh, I've been recently reading It by Stephen King. Batteries. Yeah, I've recently been reading It, and there's one Stephen Kingism that I absolutely hate, and it's the most mundane annoyance to ever have. Wait, am I? Oh, I'm using the phone. It's the most mundane annoyance to ever have, and it's, I hate it when his characters just, like, they randomly start crying, like, laugh crying. They'll be like, oh, I was really scared, and I walked past my car and tripped a little bit, and then I laughed. I laughed for several minutes, and until tears streamed down my face, I laughed into the sky. And I'm like, every single one of your characters does this, man. You gotta mediate this some way. Maybe it's just something he does, and he thinks everybody does it. Is it good? It's alright. It's very long. It's like, maybe like 800 pages long. You've never read a Stephen King book? They're okay. Ha! Let's do both.
I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting.
Yeah, I think it's all the cocaine.
Kill someone.
He's like, yeah, everybody just
There were no
pisses their
bodies.
pants 3
I
times a
just
day.
disappeared. If I was dreaming.
It's good to see you back,
something
Ernie.
to make me sick.
We met during Devil May Cry, didn't we? That is one of the few games I have hated so much that I hit it off my trophy list. Oh yeah, I've recently read The Outsider, and that's got characters from Mr. Mercedes, I think. What is this? So I saw there was an arrow pointing... Yeah, up here. I guess... Okay, cool. Oh, let me mute my laptop.
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my
Monster! Hello. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I am... I was only gone for like 3 days. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, a lot of people talk about one particular scene from It, and I definitely get it, but I actually wrote down, just in my notebook the other day, video where I rank every woman in every Stephen King novel, because my annoyance with the game comes from,
But I had no choice. I had to get to the gas
I can get
station.
over this, right? My annoyance with the novel comes from Beverly, and if you've read the novel, you might know why. But her first chapter is definitely Cocaine King. It's like, it's really gross. He's not great about her, ever. Oh yeah, I forgot that the flare gun's basically an insta-kill. I've been watching your PSN profile. Oh, I wondered why the views were going up. Have we done any similar games? You love Devil May Cry, you do. Yeah, I swear I remember you when we were doing that. Yeah, Stephen King, the reason I find Stephen King so readable, like he's a super readable author. He writes some really compelling stuff, and a lot of his concepts are very interesting. I feel like when it comes to the nitty-gritty and the finer details, he can trip up. Oh, I haven't read Maximum Overdrive, I assume. We do, exactly, Ernie.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was that? What in the hell is that?
When I saw the
Watched a
movie
video
below,
called The Ruins the
something
other day.
uncoiled itself inside my head.
It was crap.
I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
I like this game, but it kept crashing for me. Is that the original, or is it the remaster? This is a little bit past where I checked out. Damn, you weren't lying. You really did just graze this. Alan, you don't need to do that. What a jaunty little hop. Oh, I do love a Stephen King cameo. Like, I love that man as a person. Oh, yeah, the OG. I see. Yeah, I had it on Xbox, and I remember
Sticky was still out there.
playing the original Alan Wake shortly around the time that I thought, I really like these achievement things. Maybe I'll start getting them. And then I had a look at Alan Wake's thing, and I was like, what, I have to play it on hard? No way! No, I stopped. Oh, I'm glad you like my YouTube videos, Monster. How have you been? What have you been up to? Fantasy Inferno, Da Vinci Code, Robin Hood, an Epic of Gilgamesh. Well, wait. As in Stephen King books or horror books? Yeah, no. You just mean general horror, don't you? Oh, fantastic. I hope you've seen some inspiring plays. Oh, I had Disgaea 5 donated to me. It was lovely. It was Sir Mordred. Lovely Mordred. He was like, look, I really like this game, but it's really hard to do, so you can have a copy of it. And I played it on stream, I think twice, and I really persevered with it, but it's not a stream game unless you love it. You know, it's one of those where I was confused and eventually angry. And I put it down for a while, and I tried to do it off stream for a little bit, and I just got really annoyed with it. I hid it off my list for a while until I was ready to go back to it, and then picked it up, and was like, oh, it's alright. Yeah, Disgaea 5. It's just too technical to play it on stream. Again, unless you love it. Like, I reckon streamers who know what they're doing probably find it very easy to stream, and, you know, they can, like, quite naturally talk about it, but I remember I was just sat there scratching my head. Increasingly frustrated. I respect Disgaea, though. I respect very much what it does. I think it's ludicrous. I think it's an absolutely, like, stupid, just exaggerated game in every single possible way. Wait, what do you want me to go to? Is it this way? Oh, you do want me to go this way. What is it? Something here? No? Like, I would never ever recommend it, but... Up here? Yeah. I keep pressing X. New menu item? Ah, I finished Song of Horror. I almost wrote the guide for it, but I think I would have needed another replay. And I just didn't have it in me. I was gonna ask the devs for a key for the Japanese version of the game, so that I could maybe do another stack. But I couldn't be bothered to check whether or not it had, like, English language options in Japanese, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I was like, I'm never going to be able to do it in Japanese if, like, there's no English language option. And I didn't want to message them and be like, hey, on the off chance that there's an English language version, can I have a Japanese stack key? Because I thought that would be too picky. So I never went back to it. But I love that game. We finished it on stream, it was really good. I was never able to get into the game's mechanics properly. The game's mechanics for Disgaea are fucking ridiculous. I feel like it was made by AI. Only a quantum computer would be able to think that clearly.
Was broken. I
The
had to
brown
get away
note.
some other way.
Oh, item limit reached. Great. Do we have any collectees? I'm combing this place. I'm really trying to make sure that we get all this stuff legit. I hate using guides for collectibles, but sometimes you just gotta. Before I start that generator, let's have a look for stuff. Yeah, I'm combing this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get to the end of the game, and then we're gonna see that I've missed like 30% of the collectibles at the least. I reckon it's gonna be one of those. Alan runs with so little urgency.
Forestry equipment around.
Like, I've seen people run for the bus with more desperate fear than this man. Aw, you can stick around as long as you like, Batjack, but if you go silent, I'll assume that you've gone to sleep. Got a thermos. I love that his collectibles are manuscript pages and coffee. Alright, cool. I think I have everything now. Let's go and start the generator. Quantum Break. Never played Quantum Break. Speaking of the word quantum, I almost restarted my streaming with the PS4 Outer Wilds stack, but I couldn't face Giant's Deep again. I do really want to get that platinum, because I got the PS5 platinum. I do really want to get the PS4 platinum, but I just can't face it. Like, it scares me way too much. Can I close my laptop without... Yes. Okay, cool. I used to stream through my laptop, or did I stream through my PC and I had my laptop open so I could read chat? I can't remember, but now every time I load up, I'm like, am I gonna break something if I close my laptop? Okay, so I was looking away at the important moment. So I don't know what that just did. That's alright, this is all part of the fun. Oh, there we go. Alan is so like me. Yeah, there's a lot to read in this. Luckily it's not one of those games that requires like a ton of reading. Okay, yeah, alright. Aw, you should go to sleep, Batjack. I'll mark you as here, don't worry. Whoop! Me shotty. Outer Wilds really shoots itself in the foot by being a teeming nest of phobias. Like, when I say to you how bad Giant's Deep got me, I cannot. Because people are like, oh, Deep Bramble. I'm like, yeah, Deep Bramble fucked me up pretty bad, but Giant's Deep was the one. It was my... Like, Deep Bramble was bad. When I was doing the one loop run, you know, you gotta get to the center of the universe, the eye of the universe in one loop. Giant's Deep was where I failed almost every time. But eventually I remember my successful run, I would get to, like, I would just be, like, slightly off when going through, like, one of the little seeds. And I would know that there was a fish. And I would suddenly just surge forward, like, full throttle. I'd hear it roar behind me. I would scream. I had to play it with my headset off. Well, and the issue with playing it with my headset off was that it didn't so much make things better as it just meant that things were louder. No, things were more surprising. So I would be thinking I'd be doing fine. I'd just be like touching the thrusters, you know, just tickling it, and then I would suddenly have this big mouth come over my screen, and I would scream. I would pause the game, Sometimes I would just close the game off like pure fight or flight instinct. It was absolutely
The
horrible.
gas station was closer now. Its light welcoming.
Why are you yawning? It's 4 p.m. Because I make it my solemn duty to be an enormous bore. Outer Wilds is great. Yeah, Outer Wilds made me cry. When I listen to the music again, it gets me. It really gets me. Also, it has an amazing soundtrack. But yeah, Giant's Deep is so bad. Just the depth of the water. Having to hit like the cloud layer. Oh. Blah. The Quantum Moon as well, for some reason. That really got me as well. Solinum, my beloved. Oh. It's nice that it tells me. I'm expecting another, but I don't know where he is. Well, maybe he left. Pick up batteries? Don't mind if I do. Outer Wilds is great. Ow! Come on, dodge. Come on. Well, I know I'd be dead on Nightmare mode after that. I really hate dodge mechanics when it's like move with the left stick whilst holding L1. It just doesn't flow for me at all. Dodge on a directional stick, it just doesn't work for me. Oh, how is the future? Yeah, I heard you muttering. Okay. There's got to be some collectees over here. Dark. Yeah, I don't know why on earth you would sponsor this game as a battery provider. Because they last like 8 seconds. I imagine they got into the briefing room with like the sponsorship. Oh, bastard. Imagine they got into the briefing room with like the sponsorship people and they were like, yeah, we want you to make the batteries look really good. And I bet they were probably warned. They were like, look, batteries in this game last like 5 seconds. There's no point having a 35-minute battery on these things, you know. And they were like, no, it's cool. It's cool. No, just big fans. Just big fans, Mr. Wake. Popcorn! The game's good. It's more or less exactly what I remember from playing it on 360. On 360 I remember it wasn't super long, and it was very dark, and there was a lot of like torches and stuff. I know you're playing on easy mode, but this game looks really easy. Yeah, it definitely is. Like, there's no shortage of ammo. When we do Nightmare mode, it will probably be like, you know, lots of trial and error death and stuff, but the thing that, and I say this every time, so apologies for the broken record, but the thing I love about like linear, single player, straightforward games is that when you're playing it on the hardest difficulty, every single time you see like the checkpoint pop up, you know that you never have to do that bit again, and it's nice and free. Yeah, when we play on Nightmare mode, I reckon the flare gun is gonna be like, we're gonna have like 3 pieces of ammo for it the whole game, and we're gonna have to play it so careful. What the? Don't know if that's supposed to happen. I'm gonna assume it is. Yeah, I played Outer Wilds and I still get it mixed up with Outer Worlds. God Gilf, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I didn't tell anybody that I was going to stream because sometime last year I meant to come back. You know, after like 2 months I was like, right, I'm going to do a return stream. I'm going to play God of War. And I advertised it on like my server and stuff. And then it got to the day and I was just like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. Yesterday I put in my calendar, I was like, tomorrow you're gonna stream something. And I made myself pick what game it was gonna be. And I didn't tell anybody at all, because I was like, well, if I bail, then nobody knows but me. That's the trick. That's how we do it. Yeah, everybody just waiting. This did remind me of Grounded with the giant spider. Oh yeah, I know a few games that have like switch-ins for arachnophobes. Like, as I understand, House Flipper has a setting that you can use if you don't like bugs. But it doesn't disable a trophy, but it means that you can't get a trophy for killing bugs, because there aren't any bugs. Yeah, it's nice of them to do that. I hate spiders. Although, I only hate spiders in real life. There was a huge spider in here. As some of you know, I got a new kitten. Her name is Widowmaker, and I named her that, and then Widowmaker got nerfed so badly that I've not played her since. But before then, she was my main. But yeah, she, as a kitten, basically what she does is she goes into small spaces, and then she'll come out with a spider the size of my hand, and I scream my lungs out. Luckily, she kills the spider, and she eats it, and I find spider legs all over the floor. So I'm like, you know, you give and you take, at least, but... yeah, I've become very acquainted with the subterranean spider population. Weirdy. Ironically named Widow. I'm like, look, as long as you're fragging, you can do what you want. What's the satisfactory one? You enjoy spiders? I wish I was like you. Aw, I love that. Sometimes games have like a fishing minigame that's better than the game itself. And I respect that Dredge embraces that. And it's like, look, if you want to fish, you can just fish. I almost bought like some Fishing Pro game a few months ago. So I fucking love fishing. But then I saw that the plat was like 200 hours, and I was like, don't know if I like fishing that much. And I also don't know if I would like a proper dedicated fishing game. Like, maybe I just like it because it's different, you know. Maybe I just like it because it's a nice break. You kidding me? Oh, I hate this dodge. Okay, right, I figured it out. Let me have a look. Cat head instead of spiders. Jesus. You always wanted a pet tarantula? Caitlin. Caitlin. Yeah, it is worse, Fred. Because I was like, yeah, my household's fairly spider free. Now I know that my household is anything but. Found one in my yoga. Well, Widdy found one in my yoga mat the other day. I was like, I could have lay on that thing. It was huge, fucking huge. She's got me like checking my towels before I get in the shower now. Like I shake them out just in case. I guess living in Australia, you'd probably have to be used to. You'd probably have to be pretty used to spiders, right? Let me... Okay. What? Oh, is this the boss? Oh yeah, it must have been. Okay, yeah, I killed Stucky.
Stucky's body vanished.
Stucky's body
Leaving behind
vanished.
A lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
I love that you guys call them thongs. It's just, you can. It's just an unusual thing to hear. See, I've never seen a scorpion that wasn't on the other side of glass, so I don't mind them too much, but I think if I met one, I would absolutely lose my mind. Oh, a snake is cool. Snakes are awesome. It doesn't get hit by a thong.
After the insanity I just experienced in the darkness,
Yeah, I guess you.
the lights of the gas station felt comfortable.
I feel like spiders are bigger where it's warmer, so Norway's probably pretty safe. Snakes are class, yes. Manuscript.
The garage was a mess.
Apparently we can get
Like
snakes
someone
here
had trashed the place,
in
or
the
that there'd been
UK,
some
and
kind
they're
of
like
fight.
little grass snakes and stuff. I saw a fucking slow worm once, walking back from the shop. There was like a bunch of sticks on the floor, and I was just kind of kicking my feet through the leaves and stuff, and I suddenly saw one of them move. Oh, they're like huge garden worms, but they're brown. They're disgusting.
Great Falls Sheriff Station.
Oh, cool. The Sharif. Oh yeah, I bet spiders are pretty rampant there. My parents live in a place that like backs onto what used to be a field, so they have tons of spiders.
There's no island.
You have 2 shovels?
Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please,
My shovel's set to stun.
Like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head.
My dad tells me this story that's clearly traumatized him very deeply, where he almost stepped on a rattlesnake.
By the lake, and then we'll go to the station, okay?
That was a cool story.
Have you seen
And
Stephanie?
that's the start and end of it as well. There's not much more to it.
I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me.
I can't remember where it was though, because
Alice.
it was either in America with our family, or it was when he visited Australia. And I don't know where rattlesnakes are, so it was one of those 2. So cultured, Alice. Goodness, Batjack. I take it they're probably very dangerous where you are. Hey, Brian. Found a snake in a driveway. He was just parking. Just asking for directions. Is Alan going insane? I have no idea. It's my first stream back in ages and I have not been paying attention.
On Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me.
Oh, thank God. We've got
Maybe you could write here.
a recap. Okay, he's fallen out with his wife. She's missing. He jumps into the water.
Behind the wheel of a
A
crash
metaphor
car. I'm missing a week.
for
I was
diving
attacked by
deeper
shadowy men straight from a nightmare.
and having soggy clothes.
Took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But
The cabin
disappeared.
has gone into the water. It's a metaphor. This looks like a show, yeah. Each of the chapters are called episodes as well, which is unusual for a game inspired by an author. You would call them chapters, surely. Hydrates out of stock. Oh yeah. It's because when I first got it, and obviously it was like 100 points, people would just spam it, and I was like, this was an issue of my own design. Resident Evil Revelations did this? have one of the Resident Evil games, but I can't remember which one it is. No, I have one of the Revelations games. I have many Resident Evil games. I think it's Revelations 2. Yeah, I bought Deadly Premonition for Xbox 360 years ago. Never played it, then sold it. Easy.
Oh, hey, I just finished those
My
other
thermos.
They're on your desk.
That's
Tell me
huge.
what you think.
No kidding.
My jumbo
How did you
coffee.
get them done this quickly?
On occasion,
Yes. I really enjoyed Until Dawn. I hate jump scares, but I enjoyed the game so much that I respected them. My backups.
These look really good.
These look really good.
Sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will
Oh look,
happen
my
to
book.
dead body.
The Things That I Want. An Alex Casey thriller. Right.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here,
I'm
wife.
right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
She was very enthralled. They are good, aren't they? I can stream Deadly Premonition. I've heard rumours that PlayStation have been working on backwards compatibility.
Hi.
And I really hope they do, because I know that streaming isn't massively impacted by latency, but it's impacted enough that
Just break out the candles.
I don't like doing it.
I know it's stupid, but it's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Yeah, I didn't realise that Resident Evil did like the recap stuff.
Okay.
Backwards compatibility would be incredible. If they managed to do it to PS2 and PS1 games, I would die. I still have a bunch of my PS1 games, and I have my PS1, but my PS1 doesn't play them anymore. I don't know if it's the games, they've just like gotten old, or the PlayStation itself, and I'm holding on to them out of like grim hope that something will eventually resurrect them. But like my Rugrats Search for Reptar I've still got, and it doesn't play anymore. All my original Spyros, although there is a remaster for those, which is lucky. My Monsters Inc. game. Oh, I miss them. And I would love to obviously play Time Splitters again on a new console. And I want them to add trophies, and I want the trophies to be extremely involved and basically require you to 100% everything. I want it to be like 200 hours. Yes, I think that this is an elaborate plot set up by Alan's wife to get him to start writing again. She used a simple contraption to pull the cabin into the water. She just got that contraption.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my
Skate 3.
boss. He'd send me to a
Yeah, the Skate games look really good. I don't know if I...
about Alice.
You can't stream games at all.
I don't
Why?
think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock.
You guys too far away or something?
Easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here.
Mr. Wake?
If it gets any worse or you experience
Whoa.
any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then.
What chapter am I in? Presumably chapter 2, right?
Is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure
They never set up servers for it here. Bizarre. Which one's the one with Jesus and Pearl Jam? I'm just gonna look for collectees again. Have you seen this man? Is that the one that I killed?
Bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark. I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Now stay out. Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you.
Oh.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office.
The memes come from Skate 3. Alright.
That was Cynthia
Even
Wake,
flow.
Call of the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of
I can't believe
the
Sony won't let you
newspaper, but
play
she's still
games. You're
doing
just a little guy.
these days.
You deserve games. I can examine that. A thermos and a piece of paper. There we go.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stuckey's gas station with Thornton.
The sheriff wants to see you in
Ugh.
his office, Mr. Wake.
It's a shame watching PS2s die. Huge shame. Alright.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery.
Mr. Wake.
It's charged now.
Oh, thank you.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not
God, this is
sure.
such an
I
emotive
can't
scene.
remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
Excuse me. I have to go answer my pager. Ramona! Hey. My PS3 hasn't been able to turn on for like 5 years. You do. They're pretty cheap nowadays. They go for like 30 quid each. It's not too bad.
There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here.
God, I love all this stuff.
You're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park.
In Elderwood.
Lover's Peak. Midnight.
Oh, we're going to Lover's Peak.
For watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
A manuscript page. Oh, great.
The early
Yeah,
morning light
just a
pricked
little,
my eyes and made my head
just a
ache.
little guy.
The man on the phone
Also,
said,
PS3
"Look at the
games
fence
always had
on the
really,
left."
really good trophy lists. Like, I think there's a lot of, I guess there's a lot of, like, financial benefit for companies and, like, marketing benefit for companies to have platinums that are on the easier side, because obviously a lot of people get platinums for games and then upload the screenshot to Twitter and stuff. So I think there's pretty solid incentive to make platinums easier. But PlayStation 3, people didn't give a shit. They were like, you have to go and get 10,000 kills in matches online, and the servers are going down in 3 days. And you just had to do it, and it was funny. Can I don't know why you're telling me to focus. Like, yeah, I see that bit, but... There's a ladder. Manuscript. Okay. So that's definitely not the way. Okay, there we go. Yeah, be ranked first in the world. Takes like 500 hours. You need, if you want to boost it yourself, you have to have like 4 PS3s going. Yeah. Oh. Trophies that require you to interact with the website that no longer exist. I love a multiplayer trophy. Depending on what it is. The multiplayer trophies for Red Dead Redemption were the worst. The worst. I remember there's one trophy where you have to like fight off 8 individual players during a game of King of the Hill or something. And obviously the servers are dead, and I can't do that. So I had to go onto a Discord server and like wrangle 8 dads. Everybody on that server was dads. And they would be like, my wife says she wants the TV in 18 minutes. And I would be like, well, I'm sorry, Daryl. Your wife is going to have to wait for 5 minutes. It was a pain in the arse. And one of them was like, oh, I just use this software that gives me trophies for free. And I was like, probably shouldn't be telling people that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, the shitty half-baked multiplayer pred.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roach.
Multiplayer trophies are so mid. Ah, you love a multiplayer trophy. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and they'd always have those collectible achievements. And they would always bug. Like the Riddler trophies, yeah.
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey, take it easy.
Damn. How long does it take to a Platinum Arkham Asylum?
Nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Eventually I'm gonna hate that I don't have the plat for most of my games. That's what we're here for. We're here to peer pressure you into wanting that.
You talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I
sick my lawyer's on your asses.
Yeah, it's really weird. Because also, this guy was joining us on like a Discord trophy hunting server, and he was hunting the trophies with us, and he was like, oh, I just hack myself the harder ones. And I was like, then why are you here? Why are you here? Like a day at most? Damn. Congratulations.
To someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the
oh yeah.
I had him. The fact that
I hate the ones where, yeah, you need to get to a certain level. Like, I recently did Tomb Raider, I think Definitive Edition? Can't remember. Shadow of. The one where she goes to Japan. But, boosted the online for that with a couple friends. Took us less than 10 hours, I think, but it was a repetitive pain in the arse. Because you just had to get to level 50. I'm pretty sure on the PS3 version of that game, you had to get, like, to Prestige 10 or something. The grift can be the point. I think that, I guess in terms of forcing you... I don't mind leveling if it's an active multiplayer, because there's still something to get out of it and you can master the game, or feel like you're getting close to mastering the game. I hate it when the multiplayer is dead, which obviously a game can't predict. And I hate it when it's like solo grind, like get to level 70 in Skyrim. Because I ran out of stuff to do on Skyrim around like level 50. Getting from level 50 to level 70 on that game is not fun. Hey Pete! Clubs! Hey! How you both doing? Also, I'm gonna have to get up and close my window in a bit, because I have sound cancelling headphones on, I project my voice really bad, and I'm so conscious of annoying my neighbours. Oh, Asylum's the one where you have to like beat up everybody in the room before the boss fight, right? I remember missing that, because I think I got pushed into the next room when I was fighting them, and I had no like save to go back to, so I gave up. Yeah. Oh yeah, trophies that don't stack when you achieve them, that's dumb.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster.
I'm gonna go and meet a kidnapper.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across the
well,
Tooth Charlie.
I'm glad that they
Sure.
I'm glad that they changed it, because man, you can do that grind solo, which I appreciate. I like things that don't become unobtainable when the servers go down. It's good future-proofing. I think everything should be future-proofed in that way. Also gives people an option if they don't want to do the multiplayer as well, which some people just don't. The dog.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr.
Yeah, I know what you mean, Ramona. I know what you mean. There was a strange.
Oh, sure. It's at the end of
I don't know. It was really eerie, and I wouldn't have fought them. I think my first playthrough I didn't fight them either. Just walked through. I was like, this is weird. Zombie. I am aware of Zombie, but I don't know what's so weird about it. Who are you, good girl in Chugs?
Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went
the puppy? Ah, zombie survival. Do you remember the era of zombie survival? I know, Chugs. I was like, excuse me? No offense taken, just bewilderment.
This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak.
You can get it when you go for the hard mode playthrough. Is that not like the fight of your life?
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
I recently did Dead Rising 2 on PS3 and PS4, and I really enjoyed that. I don't think I'd ever go for Dead Rising 1, but I did really enjoy zombie survival. Apparently, what was it? Not Daisy. Stace? No, not Daisy. The one where you're the main character and you wanna shag your motorbike.
Bless you.
Yeah, I remember it as Zombie U as well. Okay, there's no collectibles up here.
not worth a 15% commission.
Aha! Is there a manuscript page? No, probably not. Okay. Batteries. Alan's a really angry man. Yeah, Zombie U. That was the one where the title zombie was the silly hat man in London, right? I remember my old boss had a Wii U and he loved it. He played Breath of the Wild on it. Apparently that was the last game to come out for Wii U. I was surprised by that news. It's atrocious. A Ring reference? Well, well, well. Okay, with Thermostat. Oh, Minecraft on the Wii U. Damn. Yeah, I heard that the Wii U was pretty good. Nintendo always baffle me. I used to, as many of you know, I used to only play Nintendo games and only play Nintendo systems, but I feel like every step of the way they just made choices that confused and annoyed me. So it's like, PlayStation it is, and I've never gone back. I sold my Switch to Scobie during the pandemic as well.
But I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right.
Oh, I really hate games where you press L3 to run. The stick is just... The stick is not like... It doesn't work for sprinting. It wears out. You know, you press an L3 to run and eventually the analog stick just wears itself out. It's such an expensive control scheme. I much prefer things like holding L1, holding R1 to run. Oh, there's a bed out there. Well, I guess I'll just leave. Yeah, your hand is not made for that. It hurts your thumb. What is that? I did enjoy the Wii. I feel like the Wii they made more of. Because the Wii could very much have died as a gimmick console, and it didn't. You need to re-click L3 every 10 to 15 seconds. I can believe you because it reminds me of a different game that I've played, and your character runs out of stamina and you keep pressing L3. What is it? I'm thinking. You're 100% at Assassin's Creed 3 4 or 5 times. Damn. Well done. I'm immune to jump scares because I'm not looking at the screen. All games that are ports being sold full price on Nintendo is stupid. Yeah, I really hate their aversion to sales. I remember when I had well, I mean, I've still got my 3DS, but there was a point where it was the only thing I played, and I remember I really, really wanted to try Majora's Mask. But it was back when I was at university, and 30 quid was out of the question for me. You know, when I could buy, like, a few other games for, like, 5 quid each, I was like, I can't justify 30 quid on a game I don't know if I'm gonna like, because I'm not that big a Zelda fan anyway. Really wanted to try it, but in the end I was just like, I just can't justify this cost. You know, I was like, I remember I ate 2 bowls of pasta and 2 slices of bread as toast per day, because I was on such of a string budget. I was skinny. I was not doing well, and I really wanted to get this game, and I was like, I can't justify it. It would be stupid for me to spend this money. I'll just wait for it to go on sale. And as a result, I have never played Majora's Mask because it has never gone on sale. What is going on? It's just, the screen is shaking too much for me to get an understanding of what's happening, and therefore I am not scared. By Thurbus. Pasta and bread, yeah, I would bake, no, I'd have 2 slices of toast in the morning with butter, well, spread. And I would make 2 bowls of pasta, but like in one go, with 1 single glass jar, maybe I'd use like half a glass jar of,
I'd need a key to get in.
like, just pasta sauce. I never had any meat at all. My god, I was tiny. I was like 3 stone lighter than I am now. I mean, I'm no dainty princess, but yeah. I remember at one point my dad said, "You don't look like there's a scrap of fat on you." And at the time, I was like, "Thank you." But in retrospect, I think he said it out of deep personal concern. I think he was like, "You're looking a bit on the skinny side." Having to constantly press L3 for something as common as sprint makes my thumb hurt. I'm the same. One thing that did make my controller wear out was Crash 1 on the PS4. Yeah, I like a toggleable sprint, because in what world am I going to be like legit walking as well?
Okay, Rusty. Hang on.
Iron Father, welcome. How was work?
Rusty had found a page from the manuscript.
Rusty?
Understand what had happened.
Right, we have to get the lights on, but we have to look for our collectibles first, because this game was wise enough to put like 100 of them in here. A dinner omelette, yes. I got some creme fraiche. I'm going to make pesto, creamy pesto sauce, and I'm going to put that on some pasta and do it with some chicken. It's going to be great. Complaints is a fun line of work. Oh, I bet you deal with the happiest, most patient, understanding people every single day. Oh, I almost missed this. Cool. Did he give us the keys? Yeah. Real butter? Wait, what's real butter? Also, congratulations on getting a boyfriend with a rich family. You're thinking it through. Eyes on the prize. Everyone is so wonderful? Oh, I bet.
That was too late.
I always feel really... I mean, I know this isn't complaints, but I always feel really bad for our IT guy. I feel absolutely trapped. Okay, we gotta get back to Rusty. I feel absolutely trapped by something. I'll be like, I'm having this huge issue. Remember, I couldn't get into Workday, but I really needed to do something on it. And I was stuck there for ages. And I'd just been putting the URL in wrong, but I got into a call with this man, and he was like, "Here's the URL," and I was like, every time I get back from annual leave, I forgot my password as well. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. I feel like that's the kind of job where it would be difficult to get through if you couldn't vent about, you know, the job. Oh yeah, and the butter dish. I know what you mean. My grandma used to do that stuff. She had like the little you know, like the silver serving dish, except it was like porcelain. Butter's good. Also, this is a this is another boss, I presume. Disobeyed the park ranger's instructions. Cool. Resume game. After Lover's Peak. Hating the pubic. I know you said public, but... After you've gotten the Arkham Platz on PS, you'll have collected 3,212 Riddler trophies. Goodness gracious. The Riddler is, such a weird character. Like, do you really have nothing better to do? And he's like, quite literally no. Ah, checkpoint.
What the hell was that?
I'm looking for thermoses. Please don't call this number again.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy.
That's me, but for Control, Ramona. I get it recommended to me all the time. People are like, you'd love that. And I'm like, I think I would. And yet...
I mean it.
It looks just generic enough that I'm not fussed. And it looks just intriguing and right up my alley enough that I never stop thinking about it. It's just, I'm going to be in an eternal limbo. I have no urge whatsoever to play it, but I know that if I did, I'd probably really like it. Yeah, the thing is, butter's great, but, you know, you can't eat that in a pinch. Yeah, the Riddler's got like this spoilt energy that kind of really respect about him.
Lover's Peak was at the far end
Yeah.
of the nature trail.
Is that the Signal, or is that a different DLC? Also, I am starving. I should have considered that before I started a stream. To be fair, you do have to build up a bit of a stamina for these things. It's definitely not something that you can immediately just jump in and do like 5 hours of. I remember during COVID I used to do 6 hours every day. 8 PM till 2 AM every day. Is there any something point redemption? There isn't, but maybe there should be. But some people do have, like, an aversion to watching people eat. And also they hate mouth noises. So, it's something to consider. Yeah, the Riddler strikes me as that kind of guy where, like, if he says something funny and he gets a laugh, you're gonna hear it every 10 seconds for the rest of the evening. Kitty! Sophie. Oh, I don't have any of her treats here. I'll have to fetch some. Kitty. That's Sophie. Kitty. Oh, is Streamlabs broken? To be fair, I really need to shake the cobwebs off Streamlabs. The text-to-speech doesn't work, and the commands don't work. Little Cephas. She's adjusting okay to having a kitten in the house. Widdy's not her favourite, but the thing is, she hisses at Widdy all the time, but she is meticulous at cleaning her ass. Like, she licks that thing clean. I'm like, you really don't have to, Seth. And she's like, no, I gotta. I really gotta. Seffi does her best. Like, you don't have to. Yeah, maybe I can do separate mukbang streams. But it will just be my dinner. It won't be like, I ate 15 lasagnas. It'll be like, I had sausage and mash. And scrolled Instagram whilst live. Yeah, you have a good night, Jack. Thanks for coming by. It's good to see you again. God, there's just so much forest. Which is the point, but, you know, it's hard to find a thermos in a forest. At least the pages glow, can you imagine? Patreon exclusive. Sausage and mash. Alright, no worries, Jack. You sleep tight. Aha! PNW. What does that mean? Okay, I think we've scoured this. Pacific Northwest. You're gonna have to be more Pacific next time. Alright, yeah, I think we have all the collectibles here, so let's go. So, this is my first stream back. It's gone pretty well. I'm definitely gonna have to stop it sooner than I would have streamed back in the old days, because you really do have to build a stamina for it. Like, I'm tired. But this was good, and I'm definitely gonna do it again. Maybe a little more Alan Wake. Maybe Psychonauts 2, because boo, because I got that I got Psychonauts 2 via Boomerang a few months ago, and I just haven't played it. I haven't played it so much that I even put it on my to-do list and then didn't play it. Ow! Okay. Hey! Sessa! Hey. Which game was great? Psychonauts. Apparently it's brilliant. And I really, really want to try it. Rented it, and then I've just been like, I'm busy. See you soon, Popcorn. It's good to hang out. You have a good rest of your day. Oh, I'm gonna die. Check chat. How long has it been since you last did a Twitch stream? Yeah, I haven't streamed for a year. But yeah, most of the games that I talk about on YouTube videos are games that I've streamed. Ow! Oh boy. Let's take it slower. Yeah, let's do an annual stream. An annual 2-hour stream. Okay, right, I'm gonna actually try this time. Are you winning? Not quite. Not quite, no. I suddenly forgot what to do when approached by 3 gentlemen at once. Let's just do the cheat code. Oh, what? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I feel, especially with 5-minute reviews, the thing about 5-minute reviews is that it's usually games that I remember playing. You know, after a while with 5-minute reviews, I have to dredge pretty deep. So it'll be like, oh yeah, I played this 3 years ago, and Twitch chat really liked it. Oh gosh.
Oh, majestic!
Oh, amazing.
Love that this shows up 2 hours into the stream.
Touch the speakers back. Ow. Please. Right, I'm going to go back to the health. Oh no, alive. Okay, cool. If you ooh-woo, you win by default. I don't think you'd ever catch me doing that. More out of fear of the inevitable shaming that I would receive than anything else. Thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about what's gonna happen when I run out of games to do 5-minute reviews of. I was like, I'll probably just start doing movies. Or I'd watch a series like Dinner Date and review each episode in 5 minutes. We can get real incremental. Oh, thank you, Sepra. It's really good to see you today. You have a good one. I won't be far behind you, to be fair. Okay, so that's broken. Bear alert. LGBT presence in the area detected. Oh, these big guys. Ow! Alan! Ah, amazing. These enemies are getting harder. I guess the issue arises when we start to, you know, get a high volume of them, but fucking hell. Getting my ass beat. What is that? A gong? Dates from 1846. I'm more interested in this. Yeah. That's definitely something I reckon we'll cross when we get to it. I've already started subbing in some of the 5-minute reviews. I do big ranking videos now, like 30 minutes plus. I do those like once a month. Couldn't miss. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I feel like Twitch has a very different dynamic to YouTube and stuff. Especially, like, from the streamer's perspective as well. There's... Back when I used to do it a lot more, there was a lot of, it's like a lot of... Not shame, but there's a lot of anxiety around not streaming. Because obviously, when you're not live on Twitch, your channel is dead. Can I? Yeah. When you're not live on Twitch, your channel is dead. So you see other people growing, and it makes you feel like you're wasting time by not streaming. There's a lot of pressure to be streaming all of the time. Which is one of the reasons I think I got burned out and stepped away. But now I don't really care that much, because I got me YouTube. Oh! I will. Cool. I'll play to the end of the next chapter and then we'll call it. Well, I'll play to the end of this chapter and then we'll call it. But it's a good one to come back to. And also it's fucking hot. Shit. What's the temperature like for you guys right now? Because it's like, it's humid enough that I'm sweaty in my chair. "28 degrees. Oh. Anything over like 18 is too much for me. Because I am a flower. Friend in Cardiff at 29 earlier. Damn, yeah. The automatic saving in VODs. Yeah, to be fair, Twitch automatically saves VODs. Depending on how old your account is, it will keep them saved forever. Like, older accounts will just have, you know, VODs saved forever, but I guess as accounts grew, mine only saves them for 2 weeks. 21 in Ireland. Oh,
You can see them too?
must be torture for you.
Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but
Let's move.
I lost my
Shows,
gun back
movies,
there.
games, books, video essays I want to experience, read, but Twitch is still telling me you don't want to miss the live interaction. Yeah, I've never thought about it that much from like a viewer's perspective because I don't watch that much live stuff. I always feel like I should be talking the whole time, and then I get anxious, and then I'm like, I haven't done anything. So, yeah, I don't really watch Twitch stuff because I always feel bad for not talking. Mainly because also I know the experience from the streamer's side as well. I'm like, I know how difficult it can be when, you know, you're sitting in a chat and nobody's saying a word, so I'll chat a little bit, but then I feel bad for not chatting and stuff, and I just rather watch like videos and things like that. But you gonna hit a single shot? You good? But yeah, no, I feel like I can understand the associated stresses. Aw, sweet redhead. Bless you, Ryan. Ryan the Red.
Are you kidding?
No can do, Wake.
No time for back talk. Pull him off, damn it.
Yeah, it's difficult with streaming because if somebody comes into your chat and you're sitting there in silence and you're not saying a word, they are pretty likely to just head, you know. How do I... Oh, hold on, right. Got yourself some breathing time. Well, I'm definitely dead. Oh, I'm not. I'm not. Oh. I'm just gonna run away. Cool. Yeah, you know, if somebody comes into your stream and you're not saying a word, often they leave. You know, they kind of, people want to be engaged and stuff, but when it's dead air and you run out of things to talk about, you know, there's a whole other side to it. It's difficult to know what to do, because some people also don't mind dead air. They would rather have dead air than just talking for the sake of talking, but when you've got somebody coming into your chat, it's... especially when you want to grow, and you want to be engaging, and you want people to watch. It's difficult to know what to go for. Oh, thanks for coming by, Eric. You, yeah, it was good to see you too. I'll try and stream more. No, me thermos! Thank you. Ow! No, let me go, let me go! Why can't I have a gun? I don't think I'm allowed. This is gonna be dreadful on Nightmare. I can already smell it. I reckon it's gonna just be a case of kiting them round until the game eventually gives up and lets me go. Ow! You little shits.
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more players here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes.
I don't see why I can't have my own gun. I believe it's Duracell. Oh no, so there is a thermos here, which means the part where I died at earlier I might. Ooh! I don't know if I can go down there yet, but I hate this dodge mechanic. Oh! I know! This guy is coming in here dressed the part and failing on every single conceivable front. Come on, mate. Okay, you have to kill them now. That's our fucking bargain. Yeah, you can't be any help whatsoever. Also, he's the only one with a gun. Come on, Come on, let me go. Go. I know. I don't respect Alan as an individual, as a writer, as an artiste. Come on, big man. I really sincerely hope that this guy can't die, because if he can, we're shagged, to be blunt. Nothing to it. Nothing better.
Let's cut the act now.
Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before.
I love how he says I knew you were gonna say that, like...
You're gonna bring about
yeah.
something glorious and terrible once we get you some
I knew you were gonna ask about their wife that I kidnapped.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
I don't think Alan has liked himself for decades. It's difficult to make a compelling game with an unlikable main character, but they've managed it. Also, when we were up on the thingy, I saw a manuscript down here. Yeah, there it is.
He had Alice.
Paging Mr. Wake. 25 manuscript pages. Ooh.
He thought it held some magical power.
We are mowing through these collectibles, to be fair.
And figure out my next move.
Yeah, let's try this way, since this is obviously not the way we're supposed to go. Alan's worst nightmare is like facing his self-esteem. A therapist? Come. How many episodes are in this? Is it 5? Well, I'm glad these are so shiny. Why do you walk like that, man? I think he's just showing off the elbow pads, to be fair to him. I just kept running. What is this? Oh.
Rusty had warned me about these traps. It hurt like
Damn it. I'm such a moth. Wow. I thought it was a manuscript page. I thought we had something interesting to read. Oh, oops. Wrong weapon. Have they set up this mechanic of having the traps glow so that we don't... so that we don't expect them not to? Or... because if we can see them glowing, we won't step on them, right? So is it so that they can do a switcheroo on us later, or is it just how it is? Oh! Well, I mean, I'm stepping in them anyway, so... I haven't mentioned a Chapter 6 trophy. I've got in my notes that there's some Chapter 5 trophies. I just want to look around, Alan. Come on. Aha! A manuscript. I hope there's just a thermos sat somewhere nearby. Manuscript. Oh no, the pages of my book have fluttered out through the Pacific Northwest. I hope nobody picks them up. Oh, track 6. As in the 6th track on the jukebox. Yeah. I don't like the traps. And it's not because all I do is step in them. It's because they're obviously bad gameplay decisions. Not because I don't see them and I step in them, obviously. Clearly bad design. If I can't do it, it's bad design. Okay, I can't see anything around here. I mean... oh, right, we go up here. Gotcha. Ooh. Alan, this guy's panting like a dog. "86 hours. Failed writer winds up in hospital, found dehydrated and coochie deprived after 86 hours of scouring the forest for his wife. Was an elaborate ruse to get him writing again. Knowing who to prioritize is difficult when they all look the same. Just some of them will have like 3 times as much HP for some reason. Buffoon. Love that word. And flummoxed. Buffoon. Oh! Is that a manuscript? Oh my god, man. Can you let me do what I need to do? Ah, okay, so we'll probably sit on our way down from wherever this is. Buffoon. Alan doesn't look like he could make that jump. I'm gonna scuff my elbow pads. Looking for shiny cups of coffee in a forest is exactly what I bought this game to do. Doesn't work if you don't make the noise. Man, that is a hitbox. Who gave this man hooks? Okay, so I was gonna say first impressions, but I did play this game about 10 years ago. Second impressions. The combat in this game sucks ass. And I've also not been paying attention to the story, which is obviously my bad. So at the moment, I would regard this game as average. But I will pay attention to the story when we do our Nightmare run. Oh my god. I really need them to stop grabbing me by the balls and letting me know every time there's something walking up behind me. It's like, hey, you missed something. Do they take an endlessly respawn? I don't know. I feel like they're in set locations. I could be wrong. I'm getting the impression that they show up when you pass certain thresholds. Yes. Well, I feel bad judging games when I've not been paying attention to them, for obvious reasons. But alright, I am starving, so I have to go, unfortunately. But it was a really good stream to come back to. And, you know, hopefully I can build my stamina up a little bit more again and maybe do a few more streams. Thank you for coming, Burge. Thanks everybody for being here. I'll see you next time. I guess I'll say if you like the stream, please follow, but oh, thanks for the bits, pretty. Yeah, it was great to be here, Pred. And it was good to see you guys all again. Thank you. Bye.